Good day and welcome to another case study session with the Wise Counselor. I remain your host, Emena Efine, the Wise Counselor. So today we'll be analyzing a case, and this case is about how to incentivize your sales team. So we have a client, the owner of this wine, the Marco range of alcoholic beverages, and so the challenge is he has this range of products and is struggling with, every month these staffs, let's say they generate a sale of about 5 million naira, and he pays the sales team an incentive of about let's say 2% on their sales. Now what is happening is these salespeople are getting their incentive, but then you realize that some of his drinks, the fast lines like this one might actually be selling faster than the slower lines like this, but then he might be making more profit from this lower line, and his goal will be essentially, how do I convince this sales team to sell more of this with my incentive plan? What this means is that as a business owner, based on this case study, you need to come up with a plan, a strategy that can drive your sales team to not only grow sales but also to target the particular item that you want them to sell more of. And what is our advice to him? Advice to him is basically simple. So let's say there are different models that you can apply in a scenario like this, where you want to grow your sales at the same time you also want to grow the sale of an item that is not moving as fast as you want. So what do? So basically, these are all the items he sells, right? So instead of doing a flat rate, let's say you intend to give a commission of 5%. You can now break it down into categories. You now say, okay, this 5%, you break it into two or three categories. The three categories is, let's say you do, for their total sales for the month, you do a 2% incentive. Now, on this particular one now, that you want to drive his sales because it's the one that giving you the best revenue, you can now give on this particular product, the incentive on this particular product is 2%. Then you can now say on another one, or for those who now generate a particular sales, maybe on this other two, you are giving 1%. Now, instead of giving the 5% flat on their total sales, what you've done is that the 2%, because you've broken down into three categories, the 2% is forcing them to generate sales and on their payment. Now, the second 2% is forcing them to pay more attention to this particular product that you want them to sell. So what it will help you to do is that at the end of the day, you are still paying them the overall 5%. But then the way you structure it is now making you get more sales in the particular product, because like we know, a lot of companies have products that might not be fast moving but is giving them so much revenue. But sales rep will always focus on the fast selling item, and most times these are not items that are giving companies good profits. So if you are currently doing a flat incentive system, it means that you are shortchanging yourself, because the only product that they will be selling will be mostly your fast selling item. Now, another way some companies do is that they actually, that 5%, they split it across the individual products. What this means is that 5%, you have 5 products. You can now say, okay, this one that is the 5 fast moving item, we're giving an incentive of 0.5% on it. This one that is also fast moving, we are doing an incentive of maybe 1% on it. Now, this one that you want to push, you can now do an incentive of about 1.5%. That way you are spreading incentive across. Now, it will make the work of your accountant a bit more difficult, but at the end of the day, it will help you drive the sale of that particular one, because as expected, salesmen want to make more profit, want to make more incentive, which means their effort will be targeted towards that product that is giving them more returns. But it also means that you need to get an accountant that can deploy an accounting software to be able to track this incentive plan, especially when you have a lot of SKUs. Because if you have about let's say 50 SKUs, then and you are doing a 5% incentive program, it means that some might be getting 0.01%, others might be getting 0.25%, others might be getting 0.5%, such that is based on the particular product that they sell that will determine where they get their incentive from. And this way, a sales rep now will pay more attention to that particular product that you want them to pay attention to. But if you just do a flat incentive system, what it entails is that you just come and you talk, I want you to sell this one, but they know that at the end of the day, what the company desires is for you to make money. So once the rep pays the money, they know they get their flat incentive. But when you have broken it down across the different products, and when they now generate, when they are going out to make their sales, they know that these are the items that we should generate sales from. Another way to breaking down incentive is, especially when you run a system that is credit based. A lot of people run sales system where sales in a month might be 50 million, but collection might be 5 million. So you need to design an incentive system that encourages the sales team to also pull in money, which means you need to design in such a way that the more I pay in, the higher incentive I get. And below a certain threshold, no matter the number of sales I make, I don't get that incentive. So it means anybody that wants to get the best out of their sales team must structure their incentive system in such a way that the KPI that you are targeting, the key performance indicator they are targeting, if you are targeting for them to generate a particular amount of cash for you per month, your incentive system must be targeted toward that particular KPI. If it's towards selling a particular product, for instance, this DeMarco wine, the owner might decide, you know what, this month I want to sell 20,000 bottles of this product. It means that he now needs to design his incentive system to place more goal and emphasis on this one, more incentive on this one, and the remaining one is spread across this other product. That way it forces the sales team to focus their attention on this. Now the mistake also where a lot of people make mistake is a lot of time you find out that companies focus their incentive program on just their salesmen, and they don't design anything around the back office that support these salespeople. For instance, if you say, okay, my incentive program is for the month is 5%. To the salespeople, I'm giving 3%, which means so for the salespeople, I'm giving for the salesmen on the field 2.5%. So this one, I want to give them 1% on this one, 0.5 on this, 2.5 on this, 1% on this, and maybe 0.75 on this. That covers their own area. You now come for their manager that will push them. You tell the manager, if they sell this one, 0.5% goes to you, split across for that 0.5%. now you're taking it and say 20% of it on this product if they sell this volume and this, so that the sales manager who is supervising this person knows that if this sales team meet this particular, each salesperson that meets this particular target on this particular product, I'm getting these sales incentives on it. That way the sales manager is encouraged to drive his sales team. But where a lot of companies miss it is the back office. The accountant, for instance, rarely gets any incentive system, any incentive. So, and there's no motivation now for the accountant to push the salespeople on collection. So, assuming you now say, okay, accountant, if you keep our current debt below 30 days or 60 days, you are getting so percent on the collections. It means that this accountant now will place more effort on pushing the sales team to get their product in. Now you can also do what now for the logistics. What are the incentives? You can tell your logistics guys, if you ensure that our products, none gets missing in the month, none gets damaged on the way, and the sales team gets their product as at when due, that I'm mapping out about 100,000 for you guys in the logistics team. Anytime if we have any in a month, we have any missing product delivery, we have any delayed delivery, this 100,000 or 200 or 500,000 that was supposed to go to you guys in logistics doesn't come to you anymore. It means that everybody in logistics will ensure that they do the best to ensure that the sales team gets their product as at when due. That way your sales team is designed across your company to encourage everybody to perform. Incentive structure are what drives sales, but you need to get it right. And with this case study, using our clients, the owner of the Marco beverage, they have the alcoholic range and the non-alcoholic range, is designed to help this the case study we just had today, I hope will help you to go back, sit down and replan your own incentive system. And for those who are interested in getting this product from our client, you can reach out to me on 080-2362-2171, and I'm sure that we can connect you to if you want to become one of their distributors. Thank you for watching. I believe that tomorrow we'll be looking at other case studies on how you can improve and grow your business. And for those of you who feel that you have a particular case that you want us to address, reach out to me on 080-2362-2171, and we'll look at your case and we can address it and hope that people will learn from the advice we'll be sharing with you. Thank you all for listening, and God bless you.